Alright, we're back. It's been over a week, because, reasons. I have some stuff I'm trying to paint. A few models, but, I figured playing some more of this game is more important, considering there are so many games that keep coming out that I actually want to play. There's the next East game, there's the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake, Mario and Luigi Brotherhood game, which is a crappy title, but I'm excited to get a new one. I heard it's better than Paper Jam, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I've been busy and I need to put more time into video games. Anyway, I need to remember who some of these people are. Oh, I remember seeing you yesterday. Oh, this is just one of the regular guys. Are you looking to speak with Professor Cronkite? He just left, sorry. We just missed him. He does seem to be spending a lot of time outside his lab lately. You wouldn't happen to know where he went, would you? We're looking into Callahan's disappearance. We thought he might know a thing or two about the guy. I'm not sure where he went, I'm afraid. If I had to guess, though, I think he's taking a quick break right now. There's this cafe he's taken to visiting lately. He usually heads out for a pick-me-up around this time. Oh, where is it? Well, that's simply a mere question. The owner, Willie, roams around town all throughout the day. The cafe's never in one place for long. He just packs up and goes wherever his heart guides him. The professor has this pattern down to a science, though. I have no idea how he does it. Oh, that's the place he visited yesterday. I do remember the guy saying some professor type stop by a lot. Neither Essie nor I can make sense of the cafe's movements either. Well, process of elimination it is then. Let's start where we last saw it. Maybe we'll run into somebody who saw him pack up, then we just follow the trail from there. It was in the artisanal district last night. Now we went anywhere else that night given how late it was, so that can be our starting point. You have a lead then. We should ask if anyone in the area saw the cafe the following day. Yeah, let's head on over to the church and see what's up. To the church.
Not this way.
Oops, authentication error. This card can't get us in here. I suspect Professor Cronkite is at that roaming cafe I mentioned. It's a guessing game where it'll be, but that's part of what makes it so popular here. Professor Cronkite started to catch on to some kind of pattern. He can predict where it'll be with astonishing accuracy. Very impressive. He can predict randomness. Search for Professor Cronkite while patrolling Basel. There's also the stuff over there, so I guess we can look at that. I don't believe that's like a side quest, right? Yeah, it's only the required quest left. I thought you would want to take some more time off. You look awfully tired. Are you sure you're alright? I just want to cause everybody more trouble than I already have. I never expected Professor Callahan to just disappear like that either. Nor did I. I was just as shocked when I learned of it this morning. Police are investigating as we speak. It has to have been a kidnapping. He would never just vanish and leave his research on the table like that. I just can't believe it. I didn't want this. I hate what he did to me, but I never wanted it to end up like this. Cindy. Hey there. Sorry to intrude, but you're Cindy then. Oh, are you? Right, you're the Spriggan investigating his disappearance. Now I remember. That's me, yeah. Do you need something from me? We want to talk to you about a job we were working on. Can we talk in private for a sec? So, your name was coming up a lot when you were looking into those harassment allegations here at the Institute. We got an anonymous tip to kick this whole thing off, so I wanted to ask, are you the whistleblower? I'm sorry, no. Wait, it wasn't you? Evidently not. This is the first time I've even heard about you. But I admit it, he was really starting to wear me down. I started feeling like I should just leave the Institute entirely. Sometimes I wanted his research to crash and burn. Sometimes at night, I would just wish I would disappear. But I just can't go public with this. He's such an incredible scientist, I couldn't bear to ruin his whole career over this. I see. Wonder who our client could have been then. Question. We did get a couple hints from yesterday's questioning. Let's start with those. Maybe barking up the wrong tree here, but have you met a man called Aster? He's another one of my colleagues. I last saw him at this morning's meeting. He was mumbling to himself throughout the meeting. It made me kind of curious. I think I heard him say they took it if they get the evidence he's done. Huh, that's my first time hearing his name. They took it. Very well mean us taking his job off our bulletin board. Might be onto something here. Could you tell us where you might find him? You mentioned that he was doing his work on a sofa today since the lab is out of commission. He's probably still somewhere in the institute, but I couldn't tell you where specifically. Got it. Thanks for the info. Please think nothing of it. I hope the professor's okay. The harassment is one thing, but his disappearance has everyone shaken. And I hope he can bounce back from all this. I know it's been tough on everybody while I was away. If you do find Aster, give him my regards. And we talked to him again. It's been really painful these last few months. I was this close to dropping out of the institute altogether. But everybody has been so kind and supportive. My coworkers too. I'm really happy they reached out to me. I think maybe I could stick it out a little longer. Maybe it'll get better. I hope Professor Callahan is safe too. I won't forget what happened in that lab, but I just can't hate him. Professor Callahan is widely respected by Sydney and his other peers. They really do look up to him. And that's precisely what makes his recent behavior so incorrigible. I'm just wondering how it even happened. Oswald is airtight security, so it baffles me how he slipped through the cracks. I do hope he's alright. They obviously don't know. This is the guy we're looking for? Yep, Aster. This theory could greatly simplify the equations we're using. We'll have to test it out at the lab. Or wait, no, I forgot. It's a total mess right now. I'll have to wait until it's cleared up. I need to do the professor proud. I can't screw this up. What's up, Aster? Sydney told us about you. And who are you, if I may ask? From Outgrade Solutions. The guy put out a request on our bulletin board yesterday, and we're looking into their case. It's them. I wasn't expecting you to seek me out in person. I did find out that you took the job, though, and that you talked to the professor directly. I saw you leaving his room yesterday. Well, that saves me the rundown. Sorry if that's not what you want us to do. The way you wrote the request made it sound like you just wanted him to stop instead of trying to bring legal action against him. That's right. Very perceptive of you. Kudos. You mind telling me what he said? Not at all. Dan provided Aster all the testimonies they had recorded the previous day. They then summarized their conversation with Professor Callahan. Sigh. I had a feeling he'd do that. I completely agree, his behavior was reprehensible. We tried to explain that to him, but he just wouldn't listen. Nothing worked. Of course, that's all on the back burner now. Yeah, one look at this lab and you can tell how oppressive it is. I'm really worried for him. It's gotten so bad that I actually considered going public with this. Just too much to bear. Well, not right now, I won't. His safety takes priority. So, it's not just revenge, is it? You sound as if there's more to it. Oh, absolutely. I never met a more talented, passionate man than Professor Callahan. Who he is as a person doesn't change who he is as a scientist. He's one of the greatest minds of our generation. I still respect him, but all the same, I hate how he betrayed me. That's what a lot of your... Wait, hold on, back up a bit. What do you mean betrayed? Above all this abuse, above all else, Callahan betrayed my feelings. Every time I see the professor with him, it makes my blood boil. He does a bunch of work behind our backs, goes scurrying out of town on a whim. Just why? Am I not good enough for you, Professor? Why would you just toss me out to the wayside like that? I'm sorry I'm ranting. No, it's quite alright. I almost thought it was a relationship thing, but no, he's feeling inadequate about his intelligence as one of his peers. It sounds like Aster had a much more complicated relationship with Professor Callahan. One guy yesterday said some of the professor's assistants were acting real weird lately, but he put that down to stress. Well, this is definitely news to us. We're working on another job, actually. They want us to try and find him. If you know anything about where he might have gone, you mind sharing that with us? Oh, you're looking for him? Of course. I like to think I know him pretty well. I don't like letting him out of my sight for even a second. Could you tell us about this individual he meets with, then? I don't know his name, but I know he's not from the Institute. He doesn't dress like it, anyway. He's real cushy with the professor now. I've never gotten a good look at his face. I only ever see him at night. He said he goes out of town a lot. Do you know where? Yeah, the old outdoor experiment complex. You're familiar with it, right, Katra? Right, that building on the outskirts of the canyon. Those sound weird. What on earth was he doing out there? I wish I knew. All I know is he would head out there with that strange friend of his. I don't understand why he's gallivanting off with some other man when he has me. Well, thanks for the info. That's really big help. I'm glad to hear that. Please bring it back safely for me.
That's one job behind us.
Alrighty.
Love to see it.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Only 2 SP for that quest, huh? Come on, Gray, level 3. Dang it. I also have the time to talk about it, but, well, I won't be taking legal action against Professor Callahan for this. I just can't bring myself to do that to him. Expecting too much. Can't ruin his reputation over this. But I'll hold on to the evidence you gathered for me. For now, all I can do is just pray he comes back safe.
Well,
Right, with that complete, we just have to go to the next district and
time to depart.
find the shop. He's gone. Oh, that's why I go to the church. I was parked outside of it. Well, this was where we saw Willie last night. Sure enough, he's long gone. Hey there. Hey there, you guys looking for Willie's Cafe? You can say that, yeah. I was eating at his place when he was here last night. After I finished my meal, he closed up shop and went off toward Newtown. If I had to guess, he's probably over there today, or close to it. You can never be sure with him. Guy's a real free bird, but that's as good a guess as any. Gotcha. Now that you mention it, he was over there this time yesterday too. Sucks he doesn't stick to his schedule, but maybe he does have a pattern. Might also find people there who have seen the cafe more recently. This is our most probable lead, so I recommend we take a look. Sounds good. Let's over to that hotel where we saw him yesterday. Then we can go from there. Thanks for the help, man. No problem. Not sure what you're tracking him down for, but best of luck regardless. Teleport.
What are we waiting for?
So not here either. Wasn't expecting much, but oh well. Just how I want to spend my day, going on a wild goose chase on the clock. Welcome to Trails. May I take your order? Food here is so good, it just sucks that it's hard to track this place down. It's lucky to catch him before he moved. Alright, now I'm feeling energized, time to get cracking. And X marks the spot. Excuse me, got a sec? Oh, you guys are looking into those harassment claims, right? I got in touch with a friend of mine for the first time in a while. She works at the Institute. You need me to set you two up? This is something different. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. We're just looking for somebody. The Roman Cafe was just around here, right? Oh, Willie's. Yes, he was parked here until, 10 minutes ago? I guess he's quicker on his feet today for whatever reason. As soon as I got done eating, he packed up and left. I think he was headed for the artisanal district. Great. The old runaround. You sure this wild goose chase is worth it? Well, he can't have gone very far yet. Sometimes he even changes his mind and stops right in his tracks. He really does go wherever his heart wanders. Well, we know where to look. Let's catch him before he strays too far. 10 minutes. So he just stopped himself right there. Alright. Yang. Or is it, how do you pronounce it? I don't know. Most likely Yang. Finally found you.
Catra, and that group with the Spriggan, correct? I expected you might be coming to find me soon.
Strange how the man we just so happened so casually run into twice already is doing such incredible work for the Republican Army. Yeah, he's developing weapons like those big humanoid things, right? Correct. He's quite a known figure within Marduk. Pleasure seeing you again. It's a real honor that such an esteemed professor remembers folks like us. And since you do, I imagine you got a pretty good idea of why we're here.
I do, considering your position in recent events. Professor Callahan truly has left me in quite a predicament. His ties to the instability of the orbital network and its distribution, as well as the Mafia, were unfortunate enough on their own. But now here you are, dragging me into it.
Yep. How did you know all of that? Get all that from the CEO?
No, the logic is simple enough. One need only link the subject of his research to the timing of the city's recent dilemmas for the pieces to fall into place. There is also that vast sum of money he received from an unknown source and various inexplicable phenomena to consider.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you have all the information, then it is obvious.
It all shares a lot in common with those perplexing incidents that have taken place across the Republic the past few months. The ones related to Almada and their ever-expanding influence. Now, am I wrong?
Oh, I'm amazed that you could connect the dots so precisely. Then we have all we
need? Do you really?
Right. It's a researcher's duty to substantiate a working theory by accumulating proof. Any conclusion that skips over this process holds no value.
As I've so often told you, ultimately, you must arrive at your own conclusion as a fellow researcher. Though I would not be against offering you my guidance as I did when you completed Fio and Zeros. I shall be on my way then. I have much research that requires my attention.
This guy is such a pain in the ass. And here I thought he was gonna be our next lead. You mind, Anyas? No, I understand. Just a minute, please. Gonna show the fancy orbment. Researchers don't work on their own to find answers, right? Wisdom they gain is built on the research and papers of people who came before them. Oh.
True. I cannot deny that. And?
I was just thinking we could exchange info. Make a deal. You happen to have something that pertains to those inexplicable phenomena you brought up. If you'd be open to giving us a little more of your time, I think we and that something could make it worth your while.
Oh?
You mean, with the Genesis?
Very well then. I'm intrigued. I'd like to see this something that relates to all the incidents taking place across the Republic. This puzzle piece that appears neither to be an artifact nor the singularity from 1.5 years ago. Well, where is it?
Maybe go somewhere private. There we go. Wow. Let's see now. Analyze this device for us, Catra. Can I touch it? Yes, of course. And by the way it's aged, I wouldn't even say it's anywhere close to being a century old, so definitely not an artifact. All these buttons and indicators make the front look obtuse at first, but it's all organized and looks to serve a clear purpose. From my perspective, it resembles more the original generation of orbments back when they were based off clocks. It's significantly more complex than any of those, however. This here is the work of a genius. Wait, this has been made by a commendable effort. It is one of the experimental devices that my own master was involved in developing, leading to the establishment of orbment technology. One of the 8 orbment prototypes developed by Professor C. Epstein. They're called the 8 Genesis. Genesis, okay. I was not aware they were still in existence. I cannot believe I'm touching an orbit designed by Professor Epstein. How did you come to have something like this on, yes? Sorry, but we're gonna have to stay tight-lipped on that one. Even if you are connected to one of the 3 disciples. Like I said before, showing it to you. We're counting on you guys to keep their existence a secret. And I'll be true to my word. And it does help me understand what you're doing here in Basel now. Now, it's time I compensated you for what you have shown us. You wanted to know about Professor Callahan's research, right? Yeah, you heard he was the one who developed the weaponry that's being used by Calvert at the moment. Nope, whatever he's trying to develop right now has to do with military tech too. You are indeed correct regarding what he achieved, but he is a researcher of engineering science first and foremost. In a sense, he is currently grappling with one of that field's most difficult challenges, the realization of a certain thought experiment and the use of the physical phenomena involved as weapons. What's a thought experiment? Oh. Couldn't be. Ah yes, it doesn't surprise me in the least that someone from Marduk would have heard of that to which I'm referring. Of course, the existence of such weapons is purely theoretical. It is impossible to create them using modern technology. Not without a discovery so groundbreaking that it fundamentally upends what is possible. Well then, I've said all I intended to. I must return to work. Hey, I'm not following any of this. I don't believe in discussing the research of others at length publicly until it has been published. I've given you all the information that the antique you showed me justifies. Catcher will enlighten you on the rest, I'm sure. Now that I think about it, if those things are the 8 prototypes or whatever, why are they only located in Calvert? Considering the disciples traveled all across the continent, wouldn't like one maybe be in Liberl and a few be in the Empire? But who knows? Plot convenience. So that's where he draws the line as a researcher, huh? This is very like him. So are you able to pick up where he left off? Yeah, what's this thought experiment he was talking about? Well...
I remember hearing about this from Professors Callahan and Hamilton a long time ago. About a theoretical form of tech in which the smallest units of matter would create a fusion reaction, producing a massive amount of energy.
Oh, they're making nukes.
Such diabolical weapons cannot be created, but if they could, the consequences could be unthinkable. They're often referred to as nuclear weapons.
What an ominous idea. I mean, like, my first thought was nukes. And then my second thought, thinking, oh, it's a fantasy world. They wouldn't just make nukes. Was like some kind of thing to like almost like harness earthquakes or something stupid like that. Like being able to create an earthquake or something. But no, they're just making nukes. What an ominous idea. I could barely understand your explanation, but hearing it sent a chill down my spine. Yeah, you could say that again. Their existence is purely theoretical. No one has ever come close to creating such a thing. The predictive simulations that Marduk has run rate their probability of being realized any time soon as extremely low. Parallel distributed computing alone isn't going to be enough to get over the insurmountable hurdles that stand in its way. Agreed. Even if whatever was at work behind the scenes in Crossbow a year and a half ago was the one involved, Professor Callahan would know all of this too, so if he really is still trying, that makes it even harder to guess where he could be. But we still have to find him, whatever it takes. Phew, that was a lot to take in. Still trying to process it all myself. I can hardly believe Professor Callahan is intending to develop nuclear weapons. His chances of succeeding are slim to none, but we can't discount the possibility that he'll make another dangerous invention along the way. We can't let something like that fall into Almana's hands. Need some clues if we want to stop him, though. And that outdoor experiment complex in the canyon is the best lead we have. He's been frequenting that place. There is a decent chance he'll have left something incriminating behind. Well, what are you standing around here for, then? Get our asses over there and get the jump on him. We'll bag that son of a bitch in a jiff and leave the cops, guilds, and CID's jaws on the floor. A solid course of action. We should make our way over there as soon as we're ready. Sounds like a plan. I should let my classmates know what's going on. I don't remember how many points we were at, and let's get nose congestion. We just hit 200.
Those are impressive
And
results.
now we're at 214. 16 to go, and then we get B+. So where were the other students hanging out? Might as well humor Agnes's request. Well, there's Ren at least. Okay, never mind. Agnes obviously doesn't have anything else to say, but he can.
What are we waiting for?
October 24th, 1:10 p.m. Back here again. Billaburl. Here we are. Keep your eyes peeled. Got it. Think about it. That's the first time we ever got to drive somewhere as a group. Now that you mention it, you're right. The truck is much more comfortable now, too. Yeah, you've clearly done more than just expand the vehicle's capacity, huh? Must have spent quite a lot of time in Mira customizing it. Well, yeah, the suspension is the main thing. Nope, not interested. Anyway, we came here, but I almost forgot you were here last night. Wasn't that because of Rosette's? It's quite alright. I'm sure Mr. Salesian was well aware. You're talking about that Marduk satellite, and I know about it. You were the one communicating with it then. My apologies. I didn't intend to disturb your stargazing. Don't worry about it. It's bothered me before, but we need all the support we can get right now. Hello, dog. Hello, bot. Oh, look. Theo and Zeros are here to help. Huh, so the robot mutt's here to hang out too? He's good for ground combat, right? See him being a big asset here. Oh, without a doubt. We're going to explore the canyon, Theo, and I want you to remain vigilant of our surroundings, Zeros. Understood, Katra. Good dog. So our destination is the outdoor experiment complex at the other end of this road, right? That's right, but we're sure to run into monsters on the way. Be careful. Katra can now use the craft Pakyan Fang. He still does not have an S-craft. Trying to remember.
No enemies.
There we go.
Here I go.
I'm going.
Beginning combat. You've got a charge attack ready to go.
Come on!
Enemy stunned.
There
Now's
we
your
go.
time to deploy
That took a while.
shards.
This'll do the trick.
So let's see.
Now's your chance to boost.
So he's got a physical attack now. Let's see how it looks.
Activating skill.
Zeros, get to work!
Alright.
Man!
Actually dealt a decent amount of damage too against these high defense
Use a
enemies.
sharp boost to get the upper hand. I won't let this chance slip by. Activating skill. Target locked. Miss Codell. Activating skill.
Sucker!
It should be safe for now.
Good
I'll
work,
take it from
Agnes.
here.
Here goes.
Enemy sighted. Be careful.
Take this!
Engaging enemy.
Watch out for ranged attack.
Dang it.
Show 'em what you're really capable of.
Take the thunder, snoozy! Go, Katra!
He can
This'll do
heal,
the
right?
trick.
Battle
Now's
like
your
here.
chance to boost.
Yeah, perfect.
We need help.
You
Thank you,
saved
pal.
your thing.
There!
Activating skill.
Sucker! A chance! You picked the wrong
Oh,
guy to
can we
fight.
go this way
Shall
yet?
I prepare some
Yes,
sweets
we
for you,
can.
Mr. Arkwright?
We can collect everything now. Looks like they want us to go that way. Cool. Perfect.
Take care. It's above an A-level threat. Getting engaged, Hunt. Brace yourself. Don't forget about your charge attack.
Take the sun. You snooze, you lose. Go, Ketra.
Activating skill. Activating skill. Activating skill. Mr. Arkwright.
Up to you.
Activating skill.
You have a lot of HP, buddy.
Activating skill.
Go, Ketra.
Activating skill. I won't. Activating skill.
Sucker.
I'll take you on.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Yeah, no. We don't want those statuses.
I won't. Activating skill.
There's a little more.
Mr. Solution, no.
I really should just S-craft it
I've
down.
grown a little.
He gets 15
That's
per
how it
turn.
goes.
Get ready. This enemy's tough.
Gotcha.
Show him what you're really capable of.
Stay calm and deal with it.
Take this. Chase. Time.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Sure.
Let's go down. Activating skill.
Super Chain. That's a new one.
I won't let this chance slip by. Don't mind me. Activating skill. Mr. Armstrong! Activating skill. Stats upgraded.
Another level up.
I won't stop here.
Agnes's white heal became innocent heal. And we got burned too.
Give engagement.
Take this.
Brace yourself. Show him what you're really capable of. Launching ambush.
Not sure if we've seen the second.
Chase. Ready. Get down.
Boost gauge
Here's our
limiter
chance.
unlocked.
Have some more.
Good. Hopefully I got some nice data.
That was
Oh, this is all the new
Flawless,
area.
Ketra.
Okay. We don't need to go around and fight everything again. As much as I would like to, we should probably keep on moving on.
proceed with caution.
Gotcha.
Next one. Show him what you're really capable of. Unleashing sharp strike.
Chase.
Activate. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Nice. That went great.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
Little big enemies? Oh, really?
Give me your worst.
Sure. Alright.
I won't lose.
They're, I'm trying to remember what the word is for it.
Going all in.
It's a,
Some arts work better.
roadblock isn't the right word. They're essentially testing to make sure we're actually at a level where we can kill some of these things.
Some arts work better. Keep it up.
What do we got?
Displaying enemy stats.
Vulnerable to stun, it looks like, and that's basically it.
Going all in.
I suggest we strike now.
The rest is up to you.
I'm on the scene.
Dang it.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
A chance.
Oh, the radius is massively increased.
Going
Okay.
all in. Sucker.
I won't let this chance slip by. Accessing. Initialize. Mr. Arkwright.
Take that. Take
knock that down.
Up to you, Reset.
You're open. Perfect chance. Breathe on 12. Random light. Innocent heal.
I owe you one.
Animation exactly the same.
Bring it on.
Activating skill.
Here goes. Braces. They're stunned.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked. I won't let this chance slip by. Accessing. Initialize. Miss Alphanet.
Sucker.
Some extra.
Up to you, Reset.
Activating.
Another S-Craft.
Boost
Up to
gauge
you,
limiter
Reset.
unlocked.
Do we do another S-Craft?
Energy output
I think we do.
max. Activating skill. Boost gauge limiter removed.
Miss Slow down. Random light. Innocent
I
heal.
owe you
There he is still
You won't get away with
low on
this.
HP.
Sucker.
Activating skill.
Alrighty. Tough battle when you don't have the advantage. Nice work, you two. Same to you, Katra. That dog of yours is hell of a beast, huh? Yeah, he's just as tough as any military monster I've ever seen. Dio's support is proving a valuable asset in battle, too. Thanks. Well, I wasn't the only one who made them. I had the rest of my family's help. It was so much fun in those days. The professor was still in Basel, Yang and Essie were around. Supervisor Giscard was always there to support us, and Professor Callahan was so nice to everyone too. Petra. Professor Hamilton left the Republic roughly 2.5 years ago to assist with the environmental issues in the East, correct? Yeah, she did the right thing for the future of Zemuria, but a lot has changed for the worse here since then. She would say Yang is the greatest mind to be born since her own teacher, and that's made clear with his weapons development work for the government. Now he shifted focus to some other mystery project that I'm sure will be incredible. As he's mostly focused on developing new technology in the field of medicine now, he's always been one for getting lost in her own world. Professor Callahan was the top engineer of his generation, but he ended up getting surpassed by Professor Cronkite, which is what eventually led to our current mess. Yeah, I promised Grant I'd take care of things in her absence, but I haven't done a good job at all. I don't know how I'm gonna face her when she comes back. I'm sorry, just forget I said anything. Hi, Gran, you mean Professor Hamilton, right? Aw, you try and come across as a big man, but you're just Gwammy's baby boy at the end of the day, huh? I wouldn't go that far. She's family, so I care about her a lot, that's all. She, Yang, and Essie might not be my family by blood, but they are in every other sense. See? Anyway, this isn't any place to be standing around flapping our jaws. Let's move on. They vanished, those enemies. Thank you.
An enemy mod. Want to clear him out?
Let's get to work.
Don't forget about your charge attack. There's so many of them. Look out!
Eh,
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
there we go. Better than nothing.
Up to you, Reset. Got a whole slew of them. Time
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
for... Up to you, Reset. Have some more. Here goes.
Activating skill.
Enemy suppressed. That looks like a nice Let us proceed ahead. You fought great, Reset.
EP charge 3. Cool. Perfect spot for an ambush.
Treasure located.
Defense 3.
Watch out for range attacks. Beginning engagement. Brace yourself. Show 'em what you're really capable of. Launching ambush.
This'll hurt.
Use an activating skill.
All for you. Hit him fast, Barry.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
Activating skill.
That miss. I think that missed.
A chance for a shot boost.
Don't mind
Activating skill.
A chance.
Here's some extra.
Nice. That went great.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
I hate the accuracy so far in this game. Oh, hello again.
Activating charge.
A chance.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Activating skill.
Think fast. Take this. All you on, yes.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that we need to do.
Blades protect us.
Initializing drive.
Let's get that
I won't let this
physical
chance slip
attack
by.
up as high as possible.
A chance for a shot
Cobalt
boost.
Heart activated.
And S-Craft.
Chance. Brace yourself.
S-Craft.
Here goes.
Limiter unlocked. Activating
Brace your...
boost gauge. Limiter unlocked.
Hold.
Like how you are.
Now it's my turn. The rest is up to
I've
you.
got this. We need help. I owe you one.
Lift me.
S-Craft.
Bring it on. Time for the main event.
Boost gauge. Limiter unlocked.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
A chance.
S-Craft.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limit increased.
Let's keep it going.
Activating skill.
Here's some extra.
You'll pay for that.
You're open. No, you don't.
This is dangerous.
We need help.
You
Thanks,
saved
pal.
me.
On yes.
800. That is not a lot of damage to heal up.
Shield. Protect everyone. Then. Here's some extra. A
Here
chance.
goes.
Activating
Time
boost gauge. Limiter
All right.
unlocked.
Another one done. Let's have another conversation, shall we? We're going in the right direction here, aren't we? As far as I remember, yeah. I've been here before, but not many times. A reaction from it all? Not even a little, no. We're just gonna have to keep pressing on then. You talking about the Genesis that you showed us earlier? Yes, we have reason to believe the Genocide are in some way connected to what's happening here. They used Genocide instead of Genesis this time. I really wish I knew a bit more about them. How did you even end up with something belonging to Professor Epstein? Well, Anya escaped capture, a brief summary of her background and all the crises the Genesis had caused thus far. So you're Professor Epstein's great-granddaughter. You know, I do remember hearing from Professor Hamilton that he had an adopted daughter who went missing. That would be my grandmother, yes. She passed when I was younger, however. Those words at the end of Professor Epstein's diary certainly are worrying, as all the trouble you say they've caused. Even if Professor Epstein didn't make them, I can't believe how much they seem to be capable of. We still don't know what they'll be used for here in Basel either. Even if we assume they are involved here, we still don't know how they'll tie into what's happening. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a clear pattern we can deduce from all the other cases to guide us. Actually, I might as well ask. You don't think having something like that would let them develop impossible tech, right? No, it's highly unlikely. There are exceptions, like whatever happened a year and a half ago, which I don't know much about, I'll admit. But that was a very special case. None of the technology that was used back then has been used since. Technology's almost always developed in a clear, progressive manner without any large gaps or sudden leaps. How do you explain the orbital revolution then? I believe those devices were only used to learn how orbital phenomena worked, as well as how to apply those phenomena elsewhere. They didn't create new technology from scratch, so so much as improved the development environment and enabled it to become what it was. Which in itself is a significant. So that may be what we're dealing with. Can't create new technology out of nowhere like magic. However, if you can somehow create a development environment that defies common sense, it's all falling into place now. Exactly. Sounds like we haven't got time to waste. Right. Because if he's using a Genesis, it is a very abnormal environment.
Looks like a nice chest.
Bombs.
Let's get to work.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Take this. Gotcha. Let's finish the job.
Get my ass handed to me.
Chase.
Activate
Great.
boost gauge limiter unlocked.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You're a true professional. This could get tricky with so many.
Take this.
There's still more! There's still more!
Take this.
Enemy suppressed. Nice work. Boost gauge fully replenished.
Yellow metal. Now this would be a place where we could fish if this game had fishing in it. But considering how far we are into the game, and there being no fishing rod, Van appears to not be a fisherman. At least not in this game.
Gotcha.
Begin engagement. Brace yourself. Don't forget about your charge
Take the
attack.
stun.
Unleashing shark thrust.
They're down. You got this.
Activating
Time for the
skill.
main event.
Boost gauge limit.
Just figured I might as well get the insurance of the double S crap.
Nice. That went great.
You kick butt, Van.
Oh, that's a great sign.
This looks like a good spot to rest.
Whew. That hits the spot.
Let's see, what plugins are there? Nothing new. Okay. And we only have 301 fire sepith, which means we are not upgrading anything anytime soon.
Okay.
Gonna swap that. There we go. Oh yeah, this is an arena if I've ever seen it. There it is. Looks so dilapidated. It's a perfect place to conduct field research for the natural sciences, though. I get what you mean, but sure doesn't look like there's cutting-edge research being done in it. I can see some relatively recent footprints and tracks on the ground. If nothing else, it certainly has been in use. Yeah, I'd be surprised if that professor was being held hostage here. Well, we'll find out soon. That's a big monster. Here's some fowl. Roa Graham. Looks like it's a griffin. A giant alien monster? Looks like a giant Graham. Be careful. This area must be its turf. Trying to take it out. Back me up, Theo. Zeros. Understood, Catra. It's a good dog. Now, what are you gonna inflict us with?
Displaying enemy stats.
666 attack.
Keep it up. It's
Nearly
working.
10 KHP. Damn.
You see,
See, can we nail it with minus damage? Alright.
All you on, yes.
It's only one turn, but it's better than nothing.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
Gonna use this to get the S boost increase before it's too late.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Great Crash Claw. Ouch.
I won't let this chance slip by. Accessing. Initialize. Mr. Allside. Activating skill. There we go.
Here goes. Time for the...
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Deploying shield.
Thunder Breath. And that would be Seal then. Hopefully Van does not get inflicted with that.
Some elements look effective.
Keep it up. It's working.
B.
Time to go all
Some
out.
elements look effective. Initiating drive.
Activating skill.
No. Huh?
Might be useful.
Here goes. Breath of life. Innocent innocent. I
Okay.
won't hold back. Accessing. Initialize. Mr. Alpine. Activating skill.
Up to you, Reset.
You're open. Clinched.
That's
Mr.
not who I
Alpine.
wanted to hit.
A chance. Ha! Reset.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
Engaging shield.
But thought he'd hit 100.
Bring it on.
No.
There we go.
Here goes. Brace yourself.
Boost gauge limiter
Alright, we're halfway down.
Miss Alphaned.
That's alright. Alright, damage.
Activating skills.
Sucker.
I won't let this chance slip by. Accessing.
Reapply shield.
Chance.
Activating skill.
Madness Roar. Oh.
My move now.
All stats up. That is always fun.
Full boost. Go all out. Activating skill. A chance. There.
Jesus to generate the extra
I won't
track
let this
points
chance
for
slip
Van.
by.
And no, I will not stop using Cobalt Curse.
Perfect chance.
My move now.
Activating skill. Now's our chance.
Here goes. Time for the...
I won't let this chance slip by.
Activating skill.
Oh, goodness.
Perfect chance.
Activating skill.
No. Yes.
Considering we're able to keep all this up, might as well give us HP regen on top of the shield.
I won't hold back. Accessing. Initialize. Now it's
It
my
is just
turn.
doing all of that field. Like it uses, like it eats through like
Keep it up. It's working.
1800 HP in one go. Absolutely insane.
Activate.
And we have our like stats boosted.
My move now.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely.
Hit him fast, Fairy.
Oh, is Van stunned? Oh, I don't have the
Attack their weakness with
I don't have the
bond.
gauge.
I suggest we strike now. Breathe on twice. I won't let this chance slip by.
Have some more.
Miss Claudel.
Activating skill.
Oh, jeez. It deals so much damage to Anyas.
Activating skill.
There we go. I won't let this chance slip by. Accessing. Initial.
We should be able to make it through this without any major issues. I would think.
Here goes. Time for the...
Boost gauge limiter unlocked. I won't let this chance slip by. Activating skill.
Van had enough to do it again.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Alright. First try, resisted basically everything it threw at us, thankfully. It's gonna suck if we don't have the ability to just shield everything anymore. Those attacks do a lot of damage. That takes care of it. Good work, everyone. That was rough. Something up, Katja? Well, it's just that this area is absolutely used for field research by the Institute on a regular basis. And yet, I never once heard reports of monsters like that one showing up here. It goes for the monsters we found in the mining tunnel, too. Though we got monsters popping up all over in places they really shouldn't be. One possibility does come to mind. It could be the abnormalities actually far below us. What do you mean? Why below? You're as sharp as ever, Mr. Arkwright. I didn't expect you to connect this to many other disturbances across the continent in recent years. Not so quickly, at least. I'm just going off hearsay, though. Guessing you're a lot more in the know about them than I am. Septium vein issues. There have been numerous cases in the past few years of disturbances in the septium veins causing abnormalities. During Erebonia's civil and international wars, or across Bell's unilateral independence declaration and recent occupation, for example. Septium veins? I remember hearing about them in past from Gian. Something about them flowing under the continent and being the source of all life. They're called dragon veins in the east. Indeed, interference with the septium veins has produced a number of distinctive phenomena. Fire emblem base exists in the Trails universe. Among them is the emergence of new monsters, as well as existing ones becoming noticeably more aggressive. It has also resulted in the appearance of giant monsters from a higher plane known as cryptids. This is all news to me. That sounds similar to what's happening here. Assuming there is a connection, then what's happening here in Basel? Still no sign of life inside the building. If someone is in there, I figured that battle would have drawn them out. Looks like we might come in for nothing, but we still might find something useful in there. Yeah, I think we should have a good look inside just in case. Of course we should look inside. Maybe there's an elevator leading to the septium veins. We could dream. Bubbles. Rust everywhere. Not a soul to be seen. That PC over there is plugged in. There's a cable connecting it to the orbital network even. I wonder if that belonged to Professor Callahan. Barry's the only one that caught that. Does it seem like he'll be able to get anything off of it? I'm afraid not. He's got it locked down hard. Allow me. My scanning software should have us inside within 10 minutes or so. Incredible. So fast and yet precise at the same time. Thank you. It's too fast. It's almost like she's... What, she's like, one of those special people with some kind of enhancements, like, Tio and Ren? Who knows? We'll find out. Huh. This looks to be Professor Callahan's notes about the past few weeks. I finally found the investor I've been seeking. We exchanged messages a few times over the orbital network before a representative from the Anchorville company came to visit me directly. I already suspected that they were affiliated with the infamous A, and sure enough, he freely admitted as much. That's Melchior. He offered to give me almost unlimited funding in exchange for performing an experiment under certain special conditions. If I were to agree to all those conditions, it would change everything. It would drastically increase the speed at which I can do my research, fundamentally alter what is possible. After much thought and soul-searching, I agreed to a portion of their conditions in order to finally take back my place at the head of Cronkite. These are the bare minimum conditions required for me to prevail. By using parallel distributed computing to harness the resources of the entire city, the preparations for my task are almost complete. However, there's still a vast wall that needs to be overcome. Climbing this wall is nigh impossible, at least not without accepting their final condition as well. I suspect I'll have to wrestle with what to do on that front until the very end, but come what may, I must succeed. Must. Well, my goal is the realization of the seemingly impossible. The creation of nuclear weapons. Petra. Looks like we struck gold here after all. Professor with the glasses was right. This doesn't change anything, right? I don't think it's possible he could actually pull off what he's claiming he can. Absolutely not. Not with modern technology. He would need to have stumbled upon something truly epic-making to change that. A huge paradigm shift. Another singularity to use as an example. Even if that did happen, a lengthy process of testing, theorizing, and such would still be needed. That's likely why Professor Epstein and his disciples never realized the technology either. Though I think it's more likely that they deliberately chose not to even try. Still, those notes made it sound like he was close. Like he was only a step or two away, yes. You mentioned parallel distributed computing too, although I couldn't hazard a guess as to what that final condition he mentions could be. Perhaps it refers to some kind of AI so advanced it could eliminate the need for decades of work? But how would they even create or obtain such a thing? I mean, the Septium vein sort of did that, but, well, although I think it might be confidential information. Well, I think we found all we're going to find here. We should get back to the city. I agree. Perhaps the CID Guild or Ren might be able to help.
What was that?
It sounded like the water splashing outside. It must have come from the swamp out front.
Maybe we should look into it, just in case.
Over there!
Who is it?
Agnes! Ketra! Don't look!
Oh, it's a dead body.
No! This can't...
Professor Callahan!
Dang it again.
The cause of death was drowning. I suspect he was knocked unconscious before being thrown into the swamp. Send the body for an autopsy right away.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on a minute.
I'll leave this to you.
Considering it seemed like he was basically valuable to them, somewhat. Like, wonder what the possibility of this being a ruse is.
Of course you will. This is out of your jurisdiction.
Like some kind of body double shenanigans.
Why is a murder
Not
happening
like we
all
haven't
the
seen
way
it
out
before.
here? Just what are you people covering up?
We are currently conducting an investigation. This area is off limits.
We don't need your permission when a civilian is dead. Our code is all the permission we need.
Don't you realize this murder could go unsolved if you charge in and start disturbing the crime scene?
Pieces are just about coming together. Yeah. Production from the lab yesterday pointed in that direction too. It's now crystal clear he made a deal with the Mafia. This is the end result. Star battle over again. The motive then was to stop the victim from talking and make an example of him. It is the same here. Is it the same here, I wonder? How can all of you be so calm? I was just murdered. Oh, trust me, I'm burning with anger on the inside. Those bastards screwed us over again and again. It's a chance to make him pay for it. So you do understand what I'm feeling. They do, yes. They've both been through a lot. Sorry about what happened to the professor. But we've been finding more and more clues, which means we're probably getting to the heart of the matter. It also means this ain't over. Not yet. Gotta keep our cool if we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Can't pay him back with a hot head. Pretty sure the key to solving all this is going to be the final condition he mentioned in his notes. Remember the chaos in Crossbow a year and a half ago, right? This is an oversimplification, but it all came about as the result of a technological singularity. That singularity gave birth to a superintelligence far beyond humanity's current capabilities. Then, after everything came to an end, it was lost again. That's quite a lot to take in. How do you even learn this shit? And who do you... And you think we're dealing with tech like that here? No, it was well established by multiple sources that it is impossible to replicate the technology that was lost. Of course, it doesn't preclude the possibility of humanity creating themselves at some point in the future. But that could be decades or centuries in the future, and even a year and a half ago, nuclear weapons hadn't been created. So it may just be physically impossible in this universe outside of singularity such. So similar deal would happen then, but still fundamentally different at its core. So hard keeping up with all this. I don't think the Genesis could be what makes it different, do you? It's a good point. Yeah, I'd say you're right on track there. Also a piece that didn't exist in Crossbow then, but is part of what's happening now. The prototype ornaments that are even more of an enigma than artifacts and capable of bringing about miracles. We assume they are involved here. And it makes you wonder just what that final condition with them in the mix would look like. So it does. It does seem like a valid approach. Not bad, small fry. Thanks. Nice. Hang on. Oh, jeez, that is. My computer needs some kind of cleaning. These headphones are very good at soundproofing. The only issue is that it's cold outside. Although I need to get I also need to get a good dust blower thing. Because I've tried using compressed air and it never seems to be good enough. Gunk's too strong. Anyway. We already established that the issues with the orbital network here in Basel were caused by parallel distributed computing. Then we have Professor Callahan developing nuclear weapons, which was thought to be impossible before being murdered. Plus, the fact that this is so similar and yet so different to what happened in Crossbow.
Should you ever find yourself stuck when trying to solve a problem, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. That applies to more than just research, too, you know. It will be the key to finding your answer.
No, that final condition couldn't be. I wonder who's calling.
Yes? Thank goodness, I finally got through.
And what's wrong? We already learned what we found.
Never mind that. That's just a diversion. Hurry back to the city right away. There's a tea party getting started over here.
Ah, that's code for a major problem. Oh, hello. Those are some good old-fashioned archaisms right there. Ah.
Ren?
Oh my, looks like you got me. So, did you get everyone to safety?
We did, but what's going on?
There are archaisms running amok in the city? They must have been purchased from the black market.
They've only just arrived, fortunately, so we should be able to hold the fort until you get back. But you have to hurry.
Disruption in the orbital net. Ren? Got cut off, huh? The signal must be experiencing interference, or perhaps it's due to the generators malfunctioning. Why were they glowing like that? What's happening? We just heard the news too. What the hell's going on? Airship. Look! It's a modest high-speed airship. Hop in, now. we're heading back too. I want you to take care of preserving the crime scene and letting everyone else know what's happened. Yes, ma'am. Can't get in touch with the guild either. Let's just get back to the city. Funky music. What the shit? These guys serious? The city is. Why are they going after innocent people? Help, somebody help! There's still people trapped in the city. Going to hell in a handbasket real fast. Look alive, gang. Let's get these guys evacuated. Might as well save.
Brace yourself.
Get shot.
This could get tricky with so many.
Show 'em what you're really capable of.
There we go.
Look out.
And boom.
Got a whole slew of them. Great.
Give them your all.
Up to you, reset.
There we go. Miss Alfayed. If you please. You're touched. Yes. There. No. Now's our chance.
Chance.
Activating skill. There we go. I won't
Activating skill.
You're up. A chance,
Nice.
Mr. Alfayed. There we go.
Oh, I didn't scan them. Shit. You alright? They cover indoors. The invoicing Vern for this, so don't you worry. Huh? Okay, well thanks. We'll all up in here. What the hell, man? You what the hell, man? Howdy, just wrap things up here. That's it. You're really out here charging people during a terrorist attack. Well, it's bad enough that you did it when you did it in Cray. Not the time for this, Elvis. We need all the free hands we can get. And it'd be best if we split up. There's too many of them.
And yes, you guys!
What's up? Odette, Albert, Red.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're okay.
Looks like a ton got in. How are things in your end?
We evacuated all of the students. The other groups should also be somewhere safe.
I wish I had better news about the comm situation. I did what I could to give instructions to the police and the other bracers.
What? Since when? Wait, I remember Jin talking about you. This is something about the Bright family's youngest. It's very reassuring to have you here. I'm curious as to how you saw this coming, but we've got more pressing things to worry about. I'll let the council president's intuition. Besides, I can't just hold a tea party like this and not invite me. Well, I have no room to complain. I leave this to you. Makes sense to me. We'll back you up. Just follow my lead. What the? Ren? He's just on another level. I always felt like there was something funky with her. Mask off now, I guess. Just gotta roll with it. Let's move. Set, connect some dots for me. What do you think they're getting at here? To my knowledge, their goal centers around Professor Callahan's incomplete energy research. If Amada has reclaimed his work and seeks to complete it, then their target must be related to that research. I suspect they want to claim the nucleus of the city's energy and processing systems. No. Know where that is, Katra? The observatory. That's Professor Callahan's original research annex. It's where the Orbital's mainframe is located too. Really? Odette, did you see that gold airship? Where was it headed? The Institute of Science, I think. I saw it flying over that way. Bingo. These in your hands. Use your lackeys to make as much noise as you can to draw their attention. But of course, they're not lackeys, damn it. Make sure Almada doesn't get their way. Damn straight, this time we're gonna beat them within a reach of their lives. We haven't leveled up.
Hold on!
A bit.
You're not going too, are you, Agnes? Think about the situation. You'll be much safer with us.
Albert. Don't worry. I'll be fine. I promise. I'll be back soon.
Damn it.
Look at her. She's got one rough path ahead of her, but there she goes, charging straight forward with a sprint in her step. So let's follow her lead and focus on doing what we can here. Well said. Communications are still unstable, so I could use all the help I can getting in touch with everyone. Miss CID agent, my friends with the guild, Odette and Albert, it's time we got started.
Let's do this.
All right. So she's gonna take up the commanding officer role. While we move to the institute. Aerotrams are all at a stop. I'll take the road instead. Let's get to it. I have to keep a close eye out as we go. There might still be people who need our help. Got some sub-events. Alright. Assault Gunner D2 and Sneak Gunner MO.
This'll hurt.
Modus operandi. Nice. Double kill.
Nice. That went great.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
Take this. Take this.
You missed.
Good chance to deploy shards. Displaying enemy stats. Use a shard boost
Hungry
to get
Bug
the upper hand.
MFC. Cool.
Flame protect
You
them.
got this.
Give them your
Brace
all.
yourself.
Boost gauge
Oh
limit
wow.
unlocked.
15k. We take that.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
What, man?
Supervisor, everyone, please be okay.
There are a lot of enemies in this area. I hope everyone in the workshop will be alright.
With Ren calling the shots here, they should be fine. At least, I'd like to think so. Well then, away we go.
You got military dogs too?
Brace yourself. Boost gauge fully replenished. It can't hide anything from us.
Command over.
Use a sharp
This'll
boost to
hurt.
get the upper hand.
They're stunned.
Chance.
Get 'em back, Barry.
You're toast. Again.
Have some more.
Reset. Here's some extra. Mr. Albright. No. I won't forget
Activating
you.
skill.
Have some more.
Miss Albright.
Sucker.
Hey, that one felt pretty good. You did wonderful, boy. Show him what you're really capable of. Unlock the engineer for the shards.
You got this.
Activating
Son.
boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Almost. Oh, there it goes.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Shall I prepare some sweets for you, Mr. Arkwright?
They're inside the building. Chief, whatever do we do? Bastards. Fight them back. Pick up anything that put a dent in them. Pipes, wrenches, just find something. We'll show them why you don't pick up bone with engineers. You can't be serious. We don't stand a chance. Dan's right. Need to find us. The robots heard it. Chief and Essie, why are you here too? Petra, oh, I'm so glad you're all safe. Boy, am I glad to see you guys. I'll take down the archaisms. Initiating combat.
I'll take you on.
Oh, got
won't
laser
hold
beam.
back. Cobalt curtain activate.
My move now.
Mr. Albright.
It's over.
Interrupted.
Here goes. Grab the flank. Innocent kills. Mary.
Activating skill.
Have some more. Brace yourself.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Almost a level up. Is anybody hurt? No, we're all okay. Here, we'll owe you one. There's a ton of uber expensive testing equipment here. We'd have hell to pay if they'd broken any of it. How's it looking outside? Game's here. Cloudy with the chance of robots. Police and Bracer Guild are undoubtedly sending reinforcements. They should have most areas under control soon enough. The problem is communication. They're jamming the entire city. We can't get word out anywhere. Then I've got just the thing. We've got this emergency line here, and it's completely off the grid. We run it through our own system. That should let us call in help, and we can start pushing these bastards back. I'll give you a hand too. I probably can't dispel it entirely, but I should be able to counter the interference enough to get some messages out. I mean, maybe, but I'd really rather you get yourself to safety. He's safe here, don't worry. Our front door's a goddamn bulwark. We'll lower it and hunker down if we need to. That'll buy us all the time we could want. If you insist, just please be careful. We're headed to the observatory. That's what they seem to be after. The professor killed deeply for the place. I won't let them ruin it. Made up your mind, huh? See it on your face. Tell me I'm talking you out of that. Just be careful. You guys take care of him, alright? Leave Catra and the observatory in your hands. Got it. 2 SP. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for your help. You've really grown up into a strong young man, haven't you, Catra? Just don't go rushing into trouble, alright? Things look bad. Get out. I'm fine, honestly. I've got Theo and Zeros here with me. It wouldn't feel right to just sit idly by. What would I say to Grant if I just let them overrun the city? I guess you're right. Just please be careful. Makes you think. Where's the dude at the Bracer Guild's front desk? I'm sure you're in good hands with these friends of yours, and Theo and Zeros too. But just such a worry war with these things. Honestly, you'll come back safely. You also got the engineer here. Thank you so much for helping us out there. We'll try and get in touch with everybody we can. Just leave that to me. I'm one of Professor Hamilton's students for a reason. Please do be careful if you're headed for the Institute, alright? Same to you, Essie. Just stay inside. We'll handle this. Worried sick about the Institute. I hope all the students manage to get out there safely. The whole place is full of priceless equipment. Ooh, is that their aim? Probably.
Well,
the mainframe. I mean, all the artisanal district's all on fire. We can't give up our position or we're screwed. Keep an eye out for anybody caught in the crossfire. There's people trapped everywhere. Right. Gonna head over to the Institute now. Anybody we find on the way will help them out. You and your guys hold down the workshop, alright? Gotcha. They've crossed the line now, bastards. We're not gonna sit here and take it. Taking our Basil back. Counting on you, youngster. I'm counting on you, youngster. Yeah, I'm counting on you, youngsters. Yes. Dang it, I tried talking to this guy. We really do owe you one, though. I can see why our supervisor trusts you. Not sure how I feel about Catra going with you, but that's his choice. Please take care of him. You will. Don't do anything reckless yourself, you hear? I agree. Please stay safe, Yugen. We have our doors open to anyone who needs shelter. Stay safe out there, everyone. Radios watch over you.
no need to be shy now.
Cast 2, we already have those.
See you again.
Not much else we can get, so let's keep saving some townsfolk. Also out of curiosity. Oh, the doors are all locked. Are there any 4 SPGs?
Why don't we see...
Yeah, because that's important. Hello, robots. Where did all these things come from? Someone held so close to the church, too. What are monsters doing here, of all places? How many of them are there? Those people need help over there. It's Heidi and Barnaby. Petra, is that you? We'll distract them. Please, get yourself to safety while we cover you. Get her out of here, bud. All right. Come on, quick. Yeah, I'm distracted.
Give me your worst.
Light jog out of 10.
I'll take you on.
This'll hurt. Over here! All for you! Hit him fast, Barry.
Get that shield up.
Now it's my turn. You're open! Miss Alphaned!
Activating skill.
Have some more!
Flinched!
You'll pay for that, huh?
Not a fan of not being able to
All you on, yes?
steal turns anymore.
There! Here's some
I'm not. Removing that feature was a bad idea, in my opinion.
You did it!
Gotta cast one as if we don't already have a bunch of those. Good. Looks like they made it to the church. That's a relief. That means there are still people outside caught in the crossfire. They're going after the kids and elderly, too. Chicken shit rust buckets. Bad enough inside Giskert's building. Anybody outside is up shit's creek without a paddle here. If we find anybody else out there, we'll help them to the church or the inn, whichever's closer. That should be safer than the workshop, at least. They'll have the equipment for the archaisms to target there. 1 SP get.
I'm sorry, I know we're in a hurry, but can we stop by that house?
That is Professor Hamilton's residence, correct?
Sure thing. We just gotta be quick about it.
Oh cool, they actually continue the dialogue when you enter a battle.
You got this! Great!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Hit him fast, Barry.
You bastard.
Reset.
Have some more!
Let's go down.
Activating skill.
Have some more!
Yeah, we don't need the S-crap for this.
Keep it up. It's working. Engage
That all you
shield.
got? Here goes.
Give them your all.
I could do better.
Nice. Moving on up.
Oh, hello. We're cornered. They're coming from the Institute, too? This isn't looking good. Only I'd brought my sword. Damn this. Sasha, I'm gonna have to take a risk here. Wait, no, Julian. Don't do it. I know you're trained, but... No need for the heroics. We got you. There are people there. Quick. Julian, Sasha, are you okay? Yes, we're fine, but... Your work colleagues from yesterday. Leave these things to us. Keep those two safe for us while we send them off. Got it. Be careful.
Give me your worst.
Oh. Just seeing what that does. Start off the season this, and... That's cracked.
Give them your all.
Hit him fast. Activating skill. Sucker.
Activating skill.
There we go.
Done. You owe you our lives. Thank you so much. I don't even want to think about what would have happened if you had not been there. Looking awfully dire. Were you two helping them out? Trying to, at least. We were rounding people up inside the inn, but then we heard screaming from outside, so we went back out again. We picked up those two, and that was then when those monsters jumped us. I should have been able to fend them off myself, but I'm pathetic. Don't blame yourself. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. I agree. We only made it in time because you held them off. Either way, now's not the time to think about all that. We gotta keep doing what we can now. Oh, we got in touch with Ren, too. We kept her in the loop and gathered all the students we could here. Yeah, we saw her earlier, too. Newtown is in good hands with her helping there. You two take care of yourselves. We will. Just don't want to leave anybody behind. We're directing everyone to the inn or the church, right? We're just in that area ourselves. Yeah, I should thin out their numbers a lot, too. Those two places should be safe for the time being. Alright then, let's make our way back ASAP. I'm sure Lyle and Shinon are worried about us both. Take care, everyone. Thanks again for your help. Phew, I'm glad we decided to stop by when we did. I dread to imagine what would have happened otherwise. They mentioned that archaisms are spreading from the Institute, though. That concerns me. Yeah, by now the place is probably crawling with them. Hell, probably even worse there than it is outside. Whatever Almada wants is in the Institute. I really hope everyone's okay. Please be safe, Yang. 1 SP get. So there's actually nothing even in there that we need. Okay. Doggies.
Brace yourself! Don't forget about your charge attack! Launching ambush!
Over here! All for you!
Perfect chance!
Hit him fast, Barry!
You're touched! Again!
Sucker!
Percent! Don't pressing! Initialize! Mr. Alpine! Activating skill!
Getting some SP.
I won't let this chance slip by. Here's some extra. Let's go
Or
down.
not SP.
Activating skill.
Have some more!
Mary! No! I won't let this happen. Here's some extra. Mr. Alpine! Activating skill!
All you on Yank!
There! You're done! Mary!
Have some more!
He's stronger than ever!
Alright. At the Institute of Science? Yes. It'd be a shame if we didn't have the proper rank. We'd be stuck here and wouldn't be able to make it. Jumping over the turnstile would be illegal. Ben, gotten the west side evacuated. East is taken care of too. We've cleared out the enemies on our end. Area secure. Quick, give me a sit rep. Well, sounds like we're doing just fine. Let's get the next area cleaned up. There's the Almada members. Damn Runt is a thorn in my side. Just had to go and ruin everything, didn't she? Without her, this wretched town would have blossomed into a symphony of screams. Instead, we have this boring farce. Should count ourselves lucky we got anything out of this. We weren't expecting the Spriggan and all the rest. Once again, an opening, we retreat. Leave the real objective to them. Fine. After Tharbad, then this. They will pay their dues in time. In the meantime, I'll sit back and watch them squirm. Go ahead, you can fight all you want, but in the end, chaos will consume you all. Jeez. He's off the edge. Help! There's mechanical monsters coming!
The aerotrams are inoperable. Use the bridge to cross into the artisanal district.
She just has a cup of coffee.
Evacuate into the church for the time being. Bracers will be there in roughly 10 minutes.
Now you're okay. You made it. Roughly 2 minutes ahead of what I expected at that. Just about. We're weirdly calm with everything going on. Did Almada come through here? He did, as I predicted. Professor Callahan's death also did not come as a surprise. Then you have implemented security measures to temporarily block all unauthorized access all unauthorized external interference into the laboratories. As a result, my work in this city has been complete since noon today. In light of that, I'd be well within my rights to be out of the city by now, but I owe the students at least this much. That is why I've been assisting the one formerly known as Kitty with evacuating everyone while awaiting your arrival. Yang, you're really going to leave? I can't believe you were able to conceive of effective countermeasures to that parallel distributed computing in such a short time. Don't really care what goes on in that head of yours, but I see you're at least willing to cooperate with us some. I know there's a lot of archaisms aside now, but did we just see the last people in the building leave? All the faculty and students of Aramis, together with tourists and other accounted for visitors, have left. However, security camera footage captured a young man with mint-colored hair and a young woman adorned with bandages inside. A bracer and 2 police officers also passed through here earlier and have yet to return. So that sadistic bastard is here. So is that puppeteer we met in Tharbad. I'm worried about the bracer and the police officers now. For the part of the mafia that deceived Professor Callahan and then cast him aside. I won't let them make a mess of Professor Hamilton's home a moment longer. You're going inside, then. Surely you know this is no task for a researcher. Please continue to help with the evacuation efforts, Yang. Don't worry about me. I have Theo and Zeros with me. We'll help keep them safe, of course. There's no way this is ending peacefully anymore, but at least we'll try and stop things from getting any worse. Don't overdo it then. That's all I ask. Even if you do have Theo and Zeros with you. I know, I won't. So, do not fall within the purview of a researcher, but if needs must, I will not stop you. I'm sure they would appreciate a mind as wise and rational as yours, provided you can control your impulses, of course. I'll make sure of it. Please be careful yourself, Yang. You needn't worry about me. I started to recognize our enemy's patterns of movements. You'd be wise not to overexert yourself. Bear your limits and abilities in mind. He's always so calm and collected, no matter what's happening around him. I have to be more like him. I leave Katra in your hands. In the meantime, I will help the Institute's evacuation efforts and direct security countermeasures as needed. Yeah, we got a lot of archaisms, so... And dogs. Ow. Might as well, get started on clearing all of them out.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
Perfect chance! A chance!
Activating skill.
Activating skill!
Nice.
The observatory is on the left
You're
side
a
of the
true
campus.
professional, Van.
Yep. Got it. Then we'll cut through the building and get there ASAP. Take this. Here goes. Time. Hit him fast.
Activating skill.
Sucker. A chance. Great.
Finish him off. Easy peasy.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You kick butt, Van!
Let's get to work. Take this.
Don't forget about our charge. Activating skill! Extra!
Up to you, Reset.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
Activating skill.
Sucker.
Activating skill.
Hey, that one felt pretty good. You did wonderful, Barry.
Take this.
Now's the time for stall. Let's keep moving ahead.
Gotcha.
I
Oh,
do
the store
hope
locked.
everyone is well.
Door's locked. Someone must have locked it to keep the archaisms from coming inside. I'll have to find another way around. Smash. Smash it.
Let's get to work.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Gotcha.
Activating skill.
Up to you, Reset.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
That went better than I anticipated.
Always got it down, Reset. All right.
Alright. Now to clear the upstairs.
This place is crawling with mechanical nightmares.
It's a good thing Yang got everyone out when he did.
Oh, it's Yang. Okay.
Beginning contact.
Snooze, you lose.
Thank you for confirming it with me, with that, Katra.
Chance. Time.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
All right.
That is not locked.
Beginning contact. Don't forget about your charge attack. Now, hit him with charge.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You're a true professional, Van.
Take this. Now, take this. Let's finish the job.
Activating skill.
So there's no enemies over there, so... Don't have to bother with that.
That went great.
After
Shall I
learned
prepare some
Laplace
sweets
code.
for you, Mr. Arkwright?
I do not know what that is.
Beginning contact. Show 'em what you're really capable of. There. Now's the time to start. Combat over. Processing data. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Nice. That went all right.
The scene was acting different. I also have to check out of curiosity. Is the main door back here shut as well? Yes, it is. So the only way up is this way. Look, there's people on the ground. Officers and, what was her name? Blanca, right? Are you alright? You look heavily wounded, but their lives aren't in immediate danger. What happened? The guy with the dagger and the girl with the giant puppet went inside. They activated... I imagine she was going to mention the central terminal, but how could someone from the outside know about that? Maybe the professor told them before they killed him. Well, we got them cornered now. Yeah, let's get inside. It's time to put an end to this.
I see a stopping point.
It spawned.
Would you care to rest?
That's cheating. Where did this even come from? I don't think we can upgrade anything in particular. Oh, we can actually get an attack slot open. Since we're using you a lot, let's open that slot up.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
Chart skill list. Fatal Lance, Earth, and Time. So if we can get a better time in here. I think I can make this work.
No enemies found.
Ornaments. Yeah, we just need action 2, right?
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
Oh, she already had action 2. I am an idiot.
Skills
Take a
altered.
burn 2. Actually, she needs action 2, doesn't she? Because of, having her have good speed
Skills
is important.
altered.
But, by throwing on defense 3, well, that doesn't get her...
Skills altered.
Oh, it's only 6, so we need one more. EP 1. That doesn't count. It's Earth 4 time 8. Oops. So if we can get past 2, sure. I'll waste the stuff on it. It's a nice little thing to have.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back. New skill added.
There's Fatal Lance. Alright. I'm gonna first try this boss too.
The telescope's nowhere to be seen now.
Interesting.
That's the main terminal then?
So, like, it can just swap itself? Interesting.
That's right. It's also known as the Aurora, and it's the pride of Basel. Professors Hamilton and Callahan led the charge in making it 4 years ago with the Institute, Vern, the Epstein Foundation, and ZCF support. But what program is it running?
I can't make heads or tails of such complex code.
I see curly brackets. Occasionally.
Look up there!
Ooh, we got a new Genesis.
The 5th Genesis. Figures we'd find it here. Along with...
I suspected you would come, Arkwright Solutions.
Oh, that we would meet again so soon after the film festival. It must be Adios's will bringing us together. The threads of fate bind us ever so strongly indeed.
We don't have any overpowered bracer friends to help us this time. You do have
Can't
Ren,
say
I
I'm not a
guess.
fan of that kind of thing.
The monsters from the gardens who stole Ida from us!
Oh, you learned the name of my old home, did you? And I see that Marduk concierge has officially joined your ranks. Professor Hamilton's favorite little one, too. Aren't we getting popular?
This kid's just with us as an advisor.
So you're the ones who led Professor Callahan astray. What are you trying to do with the Aurora? You have no right to be using it.
Oh, how misunderstood I am. I'll have you know that the professor and I had quite a special connection. In fact, he gave us permission to use it. And since he was one of the developers, I think that does give us the right. This was very different from the relationship I had with President Dillon, by the way. It was more one of mutual benefit.
Meanwhile, him dead in the water.
Though I'll admit that certain inclinations of his did make my job a lot easier. A sensual whisper here, a little buttering up there, and he was more than ready to break every taboo I ever wanted.
How could you exploit someone so?
It's not our place to judge what turns someone on. That stuff's personal. But you're still a piece of shit with a parking spot reserved in Gehenna.
Right, and we'll be happy to give you a taste of the flames that await you right here.
You can see the lights from the Ormond healing station outside the door there.
We're going to recover that Genesis and avenge those you've taken from this world.
Look at me, public enemy number one. Think you could lend me a shoulder to cry on, Olympia?
So that's her name.
You are only reaping what you sowed. Of course, the terms of my contract also do not allow me to simply give you all what you want.
That angelic being we saw in Tharbad.
Theo!
Scanning material makeup. Unknown. High probability that the target is a form of artifact.
Thought so. It's about the only thing that explains how it can fight like it does. There's more to it than meets the eye, too.
Indeed. Take care, everyone. Your instincts serve you well. Incidentally, as I did not have the opportunity to introduce myself in Tharbad.
Olympia of Aura.
I am Olympia, overseer of the Garden of Aram. This is Ishtanti.
Oh, so she's an overseer, not a member of the Gardens. Interesting.
Our contract is with
So she's
Almada
a,
at this time,
she's like an elite.
so we remain focused on their needs. But should you require our services after that, we would be happy to oblige.
You're asking if we want to hire an assassin?
This some kind of joke? Or are you really out of your damn mind?
Hmm? I was only trying to promote my services.
It's true. She's not capable of joking, I'm afraid. As you can see, she's got work on the brain. Well, I think that's enough preamble. Been a good while, you know, since I tapped into my power as an overseer.
They're auras!
Of course, they've been suppressing their power all this time.
We'll need to use shards however we can to survive. Do whatever it takes to hold out.
I can barely keep up with what's happening, but let's do this. Theo! Zeros! We can't allow these intruders to defile this sacred place a moment longer.
Understood.
Time for you to focus.
Remember how we barely could, like, not fight even one of them?
I'll be playing with you today.
Olympia of Arum, executing contract.
Got a present for you.
Timer orbs, karmic bolts. Ah, that thing.
You won't get away with this.
Displaying enemy stats.
Oh, they're decently tough. They got 15k HP.
Keep it up. It's working.
Yeah.
Ow. 1,000 damage.
Shield, protect everyone.
Alright, we got the maximum defense and the HP regen. So, shall we get started?
Got a whole slew of them. Brace yourself.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked. Activating skill. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Got a present for you.
And the orbs decaying purge, so that's a new one.
Got a present for you.
Are all these individually scannable? Ow.
I won't hold back.
There you
Displaying data.
There is no HP now. Awesome.
Oh, what's the matter?
Agnes, why are you so far behind? Oh, it's just the timer orbs.
Cobalt curtain activate.
Understood.
Give up. All you now.
I've got this! I'll take care of them.
Suggest we strike now.
Oh, he has his own shield. Damn, and also gives damage and arts damage up? That's kind of nuts.
It's working.
But we need the HP. And also, might as well keep spamming S-Craps.
Got a whole slew of them.
Oh yeah, we're just wiping them out here.
Time for the main event. Oh, I get it now.
Oh, they're backing out.
Here goes. Time for the main event.
So that is how it is.
That does it.
Is everyone all right? But Malak is even more deadly than we thought.
Pisses me off. You haven't been taking us seriously all this time, have you?
Oh, I showed Beauty's blade a little of what I'm capable of. Just not you.
Your strength is within my predicted parameters, including those orbital drones.
As if that doll wasn't bad enough. Now we've got those bomb artifacts to deal with too.
The Garden's overseers are capable of even more than we feared it would seem.
If only I could make better use of Theo and Zeros' potential.
S-Craft.
You're just so much fun to play with that you've got me all worked up. I don't think I can resist the urge anymore. I know they've got the boss curious. Surely there's no harm in slicing them open while he's not looking.
I am not your boss and will not speak for him. Do as you please.
Bring it, you son of a bitch!
The flames of the Kruga have only just begun to burn. What?
Can I see stuff? Now here we go.
Decoding
completed.
process complete. Executing emergence program.
Where am I? I see. So it was a success.
That sounds like...
Did they implement
Well,
Callahan
would you look at that?
into basically being a human AI?
So how does it feel, Professor? What's it like living in the digital world?
That's
it's even more
insane.
comfortable than I had imagined.
It's so stupid.
I'm frankly surprised by how comfortable it is. But I suppose it also makes complete logical sense. This is how it feels to be liberated of burdens and distractions. I can think more clearly than ever. The final stage of my work will be a breeze like this. Your expectations will be met.
Oh, that's my big professor. You will be handsomely rewarded for your work.
Dude's body is dead. What reward does he need?
Recording? No, wait.
You are correct, young lady. This is no mere recording. I am the genuine David Callahan, Professor of Engineering Science at the Basel Institute of Science, and a researcher whose name will go down in history.
How the hell is this even possible?
We saw your body in the swamp.
No way. Don't tell me.
His knowledge, personality, and memories have all been converted into an AI. Most likely through the power of the Genesis. Also that he could surpass the limitations of the human mind and become a singularity.
Professor Callahan, how could...
Well, well, you're even more perceptive than I expected. What a vexatious little maid you are.
Must you be like this every time, Melchior? Our work here is done. We have no reason to stay any longer.
Fine, fine. I suppose you're right. We'll see you later, Professor.
Very good, then. I will be waiting for you.
And they take the Genesis back. Not like we can stop them. Oh. That's a lot of bombs.
Warning! Explosives detected!
That little bastard.
The Aurora! Zeros! Use your stun mode to stop...
No you don't!
Doggy, no!
No!
Ketra, you can't!
Get back here!
I won't let it happen. I won't let anyone damage the place she holds so dear.
Reset!
Shit!
Damn it!
There it is! I thought something was off about you, but I never figured it ran that deep. I wonder if this is what came out of analyzing that other emperor and the rest of those types.
I will need to revise my expectations of Marduk's capabilities.
Doppelgangers.
And speak of the devil.
Although it's not who I
suppose
originally
it's time
thought
we made our
was a
exit
doppelganger.
then,
As someone connected to another being, not of flesh, you have my respect. Till we meet again.
So it's like, the whole, like, Duplicates and Reverie. The whole Schmelgarine. The other, Rufus. And such. I can't remember, like, what were they considered? They were like robots, right? Basically. Or at least, like, androids or cyborgs. I think cyborgs is technically the right word. I can't remember. It'd be androids because they're fully artificial.
No way.
Reset!
This is all my fault.
You gonna be okay?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah. Just need a few repairs. They'll be good. Marduk is working on some weird shit. Moving forward a day. October 25th, 12:08. 9:04 a.m. Those are some fancy guns. And they all have the cool factor with those sunglasses. But who are they? The entire city's locked down? Who could have seen this coming? What's going to happen to us? I hope Agnes is okay. Ren too. All you do is wait for them to get in touch. Sorry, but what the hell is with that massive airship? The big boy. The IX Alba airship series, co-developed by the Verne Group and Eldra. Currently being tested by Marduk. Yeah, I recognize Marduk's, like, acronym there. Basel Institute of Science, conference room.
I apologize for our sudden arrival during the frenzied events of yesterday.
Gilliam Thorndike.
To start this off, I am General Manager of Marduk Total Security Company, Gilliam Thorndike. This is our Chief of Security, Qasim Al-Fayed.
Qasim Al-Fayed.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Mm-hmm. Fayed, is he? What about it?
I was not expecting you to travel all the way to Basel, but it is an honor to meet you all the same. I've heard many a rumor about how shrewd a manager you are, Mr. Thorndike. Together with your Chief of Security's combat exploits.
You make me blush, Your Highness.
I am humbled by your words.
I arrived in my home country a few days ago, so I'm afraid I'm not up to date on all the latest developments. But am I to understand that Marduk will be responsible for securing the city of Basel for the remainder of the day?
That is correct. Off the record, a presidential executive order was issued yesterday to that effect. A CID Special Ops unit will be arriving in the city this evening. Marduk's task will be to secure key facilities in Basel until they are ready.
Special Ops unit. Sending in Hercules, huh? Wouldn't shock me if you belong to him too, miss. You're very astute.
We've also brought one of the Ix Alba series of airships that we're currently testing on behalf of the Republican Army. Said airship will allow us to ensure the integrity of the orbital network.
Which is how we're able to have this conversation, I suppose. Your concierge isn't the only way you've gotten your hooks into Basel, I see.
Our goals on this particular occasion are simply to protect this city and its orbital network. Rest assured that much like your country, we have no intention of getting too deeply involved in Basel's affairs.
Just wanna speed up the recovery. That is our stance as well. We're only doing what we consider necessary. Very well, I will take your word on that, for now. Feeling the chaos unfolding before us clearly does come first. However, given our current stake in Vern and the connection to the Institute, this current state of affairs is of grave concern to us. You have a lot to answer for here as CEO, Mr. Townsend. Please, if I may defend myself, I never could have seen this coming.
There is some merit to that argument, but it also leaves out a number of key facts. You are to see that shareholders' Mira is used to generate a profit, and yet you covered up a huge potential problem for over a month. We confirmed last night that it wasn't just Almada's money being used for ill. Elsheim's investments were also misappropriated. And if these are the result of you turning a blind eye to Professor Callahan's behavior all this time...
You keep your mouth shut! Just who do you think you are? Who gave you the right to speak? I don't care if you are student council president at Aramis. This is none of your...
I am here as a special advisor for Liberal's ZCF. I also serve as a negotiator representing the Epstein Foundation. In other words, I'm here to speak up against anything that threatens their interests, which this has. Now, do I have the right to speak?
Ren. Oh, that's a dramatic twist straight out of a play. I've heard rumors swirling about you, but I never expected you to show up here. Still, she's right. We aren't the only shareholder that will be concerned by this. Other related companies will be as well. I hope you don't need me to spell out exactly what kind of situation you're in here. But...
When will you grow a damn spine? The danger here isn't over. Anyone can see that. And you still intend to do nothing after what happened to Callahan? Professor Hamilton left you in charge of Vern, of Basel. Don't you feel any shame?
In any event, we now have half a day before the cogs start turning again.
They really should have just voiced this entire thing instead of leaving a few lines unvoiced. It's very weird.
Even if we do nothing, the Calvardian government will see to it that matters are resolved. But knowing how egregiously my country's funds have been misused, I refuse to stand by and do nothing. So, Arkwright Solutions. Might I enlist your services for the remainder of the day? Of course, you can approach the task in whatever way best suits you, just as you did in Tharbad and have done many times before. My only true wish is that you put a stop to all Mada's plans before they can bear fruit. Does this sound doable?
We'll be well compensated for this, I trust?
Money. After the conference.
Qasim, why?
It's been some time, Farida.
I suspected you two are related. Brother, right? Never expected him to be one of Marduk's hunting dogs.
I hear you've been taking good care of my sister, Arkwright Solutions. As for you, Van, it's been 2 years, I believe? I understand you've greatly improved your use of the stun caliber and your martial arts. Reset mentioned as much. As your former instructor, that fills me with great pride.
So the dude taught Van? Okay. I try. Still not how with the tactic stuff you taught me, though. I've heard all kinds of stories about you, too, but I never expected our first meeting to be like this.
In that, we are agreed. Still, while we might be providing our services and your weapon, I believe the contract between us to be an equal one. I hope that we can continue our fine partnership, Mr. Arkwright.
Yeah, let's not get too friendly. I'm not interested in becoming any more than just a contractor to you. Still, since we're here, there's one thing I want to ask. How long has she been like that?
Information on our concierge is classified, I'm afraid.
How long has she been a robot?
However, if an approximate time frame will suffice, I suppose I can oblige. About a year ago.
I seemed daunted about her all this time. First started talking 3 years ago, but the first time we actually met was just in Tharbad. And when I visited Ord for lessons on tactics, she was conveniently unavailable. That sounds like... Does that mean...
Still, I know she's in good hands with Associate Professor Archett. I also happen to bring some compatible parts that she can use.
So was she like an AI first, and then they turned her into like an actual being by giving her a robot body?
Though I regret that Ms. Twinings will not be able to provide you with any more of her services for the time being.
Give me a second. There we go. Remove from the sidebar. You got none to apologize for. I doubt any amount of workers' comp I could give her would make up for forcing her to do something that crazy. But either way, that's my problem to deal with, not yours.
Well, I apologize for meddling in your affairs then. With that said, we must take our leave. We've negotiations with the Republican Army to attend to. As I mentioned during the conference, we've no intention of interfering in this crisis any more than is necessary.
I feel like the suits that those bodyguard dudes are wearing are more than just a fashion statement. Because they're kind of reminding me of those weird suits that the Iron Bloods wore at the end of CS4.
Fascinated though I am by what a genius can achieve through an obsession that knows no bounds.
Qasim, wait!
There are a number of matters Abi and I disagree on. Whether you are suited to being a warrior is very much one of them. Still, I can only assume it was the guidance of the flames and Arusha that led you here. Battle is almost upon us, and I will be watching to see how you fare through it.
Very.
As much as I'd love to write him off as an arrogant asshole, I can't get enough of a read on him. Just how tough is he?
I'd say he's one of the strongest Jaegers who ever lived.
And thus the meme begins. Conversation's over then? Ren, where are the others? They're still here. There was talk of them returning to the capital, but that's not going to be possible now with the whole area on lockdown. The roads, the railways, even the airspace around Edith is sanctioned off. Not like that comes as any surprise after what happened. What do you mean? What happened now? There was an explosion in Anchorville City. There were no casualties, fortunately, but we suspect that Almada might have been involved. Anchorville is a decent-sized city north of the capital, right? Yeah, it's been just a diversion while this is the real target. Oh, I think that's almost certain. However, given its proximity to the capital, we can't afford to take it lightly. Both the CID and the Guild are being pushed to their limits right now. We won't be able to give you any backup. That's fine. We weren't expecting any to begin with. But you can at least share whatever info you manage to gather, surely. That goes for stuff from the ZCF and the Foundation, too. Sounds fair to me, insofar as our interests align, of course. I'll also do what I can. Just take care of Anya's for me in return, please. Thank you, Ren. I hear the initial work is done on your concierge, too. That's Professor Hamilton's family for you. He needs us to the last. Oh, he's telling us. So is she actually not gone? I'll have to add her to the sidebar when they confirm it. It's so good to hear. She was being seen to an Associate Professor Esmeray's room, wasn't she? Let's go say hi then. Bunch of people to talk to. Just can't wrap my head around everything we've had over the past few days. It's our job as staff to keep thinking about the future, but what the heck is going on anymore? It's just too crazy to tell. First the attack itself, and now the aftermath. The whole city's on lockdown. What kind of world are we living in now where universities come under attack? Library didn't suffer much damage, at least. The physical books are unharmed, too. My concern is more our digital library. Digital books are fragile in their own right. We can only hope we didn't lose our online archives. I never thought some horror like that would befall our institute world these days, I swear. I relieve my students are okay. Kay and Gimbat especially. But how's a kid supposed to study after all this? I don't know what to do. Just awful, all of it.
Well...
Professor Callahan will be deeply missed. Just a tragedy what happened to him. I was really hoping I could talk it out with him. Ask what was bothering him, but I can't anymore. He's just gone. Yeah, I wanted to check one of my settings real quick. Am I just running this at as high possible FPS as possible? Under display, right? I'm running at 144. And I'm probably holding exactly 144. Yesterday was rough. Here, got you something. Hope it helped. Oh, thank you. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine. The company too. I'm more worried about all the damage to the Institute. I genuinely believe the work you're doing with them, whether it's comms or hollows, will really shape Calvert's future. So I say, have a little confidence in your research, yeah? It's a lot more impressive than you give credit for. Really? Thank you. It does make me feel a little better. Glad she looks to be alright, or physically at least. I have no idea how she's holding up mentally. But I hope she'll get through this. My coworker, and I want to see her happy again. He really shouldn't be worrying about me, but I'm kind of happy that he is. Now I need to make it up to him with my research. Develop more hollows for us, okay?
Ladder launch.
Anybody out here?
Not this way.
Are we supposed to be meet up with the maid? Yeah, probably. So, he's taking a fighting stance. Those filthy mechanical monsters, they stole my darlings from me. Oh, Stephanie, Liam, Sally, my poor babies. And surely my ultra-rare slime. I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into cultivating her, and they have struck her down. Slime?
Well...
Like a slime monster? Why is he cultivating slime monsters? I still can't believe what really happened yesterday. Even the police and bracers were overwhelmed. I'm trying not to let it get to me as a security officer. What's done is done. We have to help get things back under control now. And the two dudes over here. I just started thinking that she was looking a little sunnier lately, and the Institute came under attack. He's being pushed to the breaking point. Poor girl. I want to try and support her however I can. She has a bright future ahead of her. It would be a travesty if she were to lose that spark. It was bad enough hearing that the professor was abducted, and we got attacked too. Why does this keep happening? Just one horrible thing after another. I just want to do my research and get my degree. What do I even do now? I feel like I don't belong here.
Right.
Gotta keep on moving on, even if it's tough. Anybody outside?
Not this way.
Yeah. Welcome. If you're looking for a set, she's in the room to your right. The associate professor's with her. He's through the worst of it now, at least. I've been there helping her throughout the day. Never expected you'll be putting her research to the test so soon, especially not under these circumstances.
Alrighty.
Oh, hello there.
I hope everything went well.
Thanks. Sounds like you pulled an all-nighter, huh?
Looks like Zeros is up and running again.
Yay, Doggo's back.
Fortunately for us, the damage for him wasn't so bad. I just wish I could say the same about Reset. Putting her back to the way she was is going to take a while.
Please, don't be so downhearted. The first-rate care you've been giving me has stabilized my vitals a considerable amount.
So that's the slime that he was talking about?
I'm relieved to hear that.
Have you spoken to Mr. Thorndyke?
Did before coming here, yeah. He's as much of a questionable character as I was expecting. Their chief of security is the same old standoffish grump, too. You'd think it'd kill him to put on a smile.
That's just how they are, I'm afraid.
It's fine, you know. You don't need to force yourself to speak.
For what it's worth, her life isn't in any danger here.
I mean, like, from how they're speaking, she's not entirely electronic, so I guess she's a cyborg then?
The medicine you helped me with yesterday seems to have been working wonders.
She's right. It has really made this easier for me.
Good to hear. We sure didn't think it'd end up being used on you when we took that job on.
The artificial limbs that Mr. Thorndyke brought with him are compatible with her too. That's not to say you shouldn't take it easy. Anything that involves the nervous system is a heavy burden on the body. The best thing you can do for yourself right now is get lots and lots of rest.
I will. Thank you. Though, I truly am sorry for not being able to support you all when you need it most.
Don't sweat it. We can take things from here. You just kick back and relax. Next time you wake up, you can bet we'll have good news to share. And a hell of a big bonus, too.
I'll have to look forward to that then, won't I? Follow your hearts and act as you always do. And everything will be fine.
Sorry, but I'd like to ask you something. Why? Why did you risk your life to save mine? No one should have to put themselves through something like this over someone like me.
It was because you were just so dazzlingly radiant in that moment, I suppose.
What?
You have so many people who care about you, and you care about them just as much in return. To someone who's lost her bonds, memories, and even body, the sight was almost blinding.
Memories.
I'm a little jealous of all you have, if I'm to tell the truth. So please, treat yourself like an irreplaceable treasure. Not just for you, but for those who love you too.
And now she can sleep. About Reset. Just how much for his artificial anyways? I don't know for sure, but my guess is a lot. We're indirectly involved in making her who she is too, right? Right, we assisted Marduk in researching artificial biological limbs some time ago. Our partnership only produced a prototype though. I never imagined they would actually start using that technology like this. Reset was clearly the result of multiple different technologies being used together, not just the one they developed with us. I've heard this is also a field that the Institute of Technology over in the Empire has been looking into. Van, seemed like you've known the truth for a while. I couldn't be sure, but I had a feeling. I can tell the image I was seeing during our video calls was artificially generated. So it took me really off guard when she just showed up in person at Darbad. It was only when I noticed that she moved faster and kind of different from normal people that I started putting two and two together. Move faster and kind of different from normal people? Faster. People can basically break the sound barrier with their movements in terms of speed, so that doesn't really mean much. It could just mean she had a lot of training. But, okay. Makes sense. It did feel like there was something strange about her, but I never would have imagined it was because of this. She's capable of far greater power and speed than an ordinary human, but she also has less precise control over her body in exchange. I can't imagine just how much effort she must have put in to be able to move as naturally as she does. She'll be able to return to the way she was, won't she? I'm sure she will, right, Professor? I think there's every chance of that. The technology involved seems to be fairly well established by Marduk at this point. It won't be easy to make all the precise adjustments after reattaching her limbs, but I'll make sure it happens. Count on ya. You might be on loan to us from Marduk, but she's just as much a member of Arkwright Solutions as the rest of us. Anyway, time for us to get out of here. Right, we need to do what we can and put Rosette at ease.
Wait! Please.
Want to join us?
If it's not too much to ask, could I keep helping you? I want to stop Professor Callahan and the devils who've done this to him by my own hand. No matter what it takes.
Oh, Katra.
Sorry, but no can do.
I suppose that's the right decision after I landed Rosette in a hospital bed. I wasn't able to use Fio and Zeros at even half of their potential, either. If all I'm gonna be is a burden to the team...
That ain't what I'm saying. You're no burden. We're gonna need you and your engineering know-how here for sure. But we're also not a charity. We only do favors for people if the client and price are a good fit. You heard what Rosette said, right? If you did, then you should know what you gotta do. And where you went wrong.
You're right. I should never have done something that would upset the people who care about me. And I never will again. I just want to stop the chaos unfolding in Basel and the misuse of technology that created it. And if I'm gonna do that, it's not the help of the police or guild I need. It's you. As compensation, I can offer you my skills and expertise on technology. I can also give you my word that I'll help Essie put Rosette back to the way she was as fast as possible. Is that enough to make me a good fit for you?
It sure is. We'd be happy to take that 4 SPG on. We'll be counting on you now. Couldn't ask for better than a student of Professor Hamilton's.
Thank you. I won't let you down.
Promise me you'll take good care of him, okay? I'll be working around the clock too. Promise. Thank you so much. Time to get down to business.
CID Special Ops Unit's gonna be here this evening. That means we only got half a day left to do what we want. Once they're here, we're done. Gotta make this time count. It felt to me like Almada's work was done after making that AI a success. Sure they didn't just bounce? No, I'm certain they're still in the region. The abnormalities in the OrbitalNet and distribution network are less pronounced than yesterday, but they're still present. Something's still happening, I'm sure of it. Really? Then Almada's research is still going on somewhere in the city. Rosette mentioned something earlier that I think will help me.
This might be fundamentally different to what happened in Crossbell, but I still think that is our closest reference point. The orbital network and septium veins were used in the development of highly advanced technology then as well. Basel City also has both, making it the perfect environment to finish what they started.
The orbital network and the septium veins at their disposal, they have access to effectively unlimited resources for the research. If Professor Callahan has reached the heights that the Singularity and Crossbell did, not a chance. dude literally pulled personalities from a different timeline. And our foes are probably lurking somewhere in the region finishing what they started. It's still a very large area to try and find them in, though. We'll have to find some way to narrow our search down. If we get close enough to their location, the Genesis might react and show us we're on the right track, too. Isn't the damn thing like a metal detector, huh? Suppose we gotta try anything we can at this point. Let's see if there are any more 4 SPGs to take care of while we start asking around. There's no telling where we might find a clue that'll lead us to the truth. I'll help however I can. Wait. Can I not be meddling in your other jobs now that I'm a client instead of a guide? Don't be silly, you're one of us now. You are a client, but how about we just treat you more like a temp for now? Oh, okay. Also head pat. That works for me. We're happy to have you with us. Even if it means the kid to adult ratio's evened out here. Well then, let's get to work. Want to stop by the guild, Vern, Giscard's workshop? Probably should talk to our resident genius professor too. Those sound like good places to start to me. Alright, tracked down the model completing 4 SPGs. But it's getting pretty late, so before it shoots past midnight, we're just gonna call it right here. Also, 69 hours. Nice. But hopefully it will not be another week and a half until the next stream. No promises. But, till next time. Have a good night.